was like showing my friend stuff off at the end, but I'm like, I just know that this is gonna be muted, and it was.
We are live.
I am
Wamp,
very
wamp,
much
wamp.
alive.
I am
Greetings.
also alive.
Greetings again.
Hello,
Dragon is to
Sheeny.
be alive.
Well, yeah, I'm alive. I didn't say I am live, but
Well,
I'm not.
greetings to your aliveness.
Right?
Sheeny, look to your IRL right. Hello. Our characters are looking at each other now.
Should I mirror it then? Because I'm gonna be looking at my other screen more often. So
No, I mean,
let
it's
me
fine.
do.
It doesn't matter. I was just saying if you want to look at me, you'll look to the right.
No, but I mean to look into your stream in general, I need to look that way. I think so.
Oh, I guess that's true, yeah.
So just mirror it. It's easy.
Easy peasy.
Our character's hair needs to be reset. Point.
Oh, I
There we go.
probably should have mentioned this a teeny second bit earlier, but did you want to code Randy's D20 dice
Oh,
before we
that's a
get
good
too
point.
far?
Oh, that's not too hard at all. I'll just whip it out real quick.
My channel is officially hosting yours.
Wow, thanks.
Randy, wherever your preferred D20 is, if you want to put it right over here by your character, and Kenyon can code it to where it'll announce in chat what you roll.
I like that. Sorry.
Wow.
Ooh.
Hey, I
Ooh.
did it again, guys.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
Teehee.
Oh, did it play, by the way, Ira? Hold on. I don't think I have the, do I have blurp? I have blurp.
The rocking chairs are still going, because I smacked them with the dice.
Dang.
Did it play
Yeah, that can
actually
just
fuck
be
this?
over
Let me
like
see.
that.
Oh.
Didn't work for me either.
They can live on the floor. We flipped them because we angry.
We are very angry.
Angry. I shall the murder of the god.
Murder.
Murder.
Blep. Oh.
See if any of the other ones work. Why isn't my blurp working? Anger.
You check to see that the source is on there, and that
Properties,
it's not like
URL, source, obs.blurp.com, yeah.
Then you have it not hidden.
It's
The
not
little
hidden.
eyeball. I don't know then. Sometimes it takes a bit to connect.
Well, Ira, I'll play that for you later.
If you can't hear, actually, I'll take care of it. Never mind.
Refunding the points.
Yup.
Anywho, Randy, your dice, this one?
Yes.
Now, whenever you roll, it automatically sends it to chat. Alrighty then. For stream purposes, this is the updated map. I've been working on it. So we got Old and Busted versus New Hotness. Old and Busted.
Isn't this the map that everyone canonically
New
has? The old and busted one?
Yeah.
It is that one, yeah.
Yeah. So we need to find this one. Somewhere.
I will say maybe... No, yeah, it would have been this one. You guys only have this map.
Yep.
Only old and busted.
Only Old and Busted is visible to your characters.
Because Titanite was talking about how he was like, these mounds look trash. Pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm deleting everybody's ready tokens.
Yeah.
First things.
With this visual in mind, it makes a lot of sense why he's trash talking those mountains.
First things first. Welcome back
There's
to the
the dragon.
table, Randy Dandy.
Greetings.
And everybody is greeted immediately by this black dragon that has spawned. For the moment,
Yeah, sorry.
Corin, for the moment, stay over here. I will introduce you whenever we're ready. But I want everybody to roll me initiative.
Also, quick
No.
questioneroni.
Mhm.
Is the black dragon actually in the air or is it on the ground?
That's a good point. I'm going to put it back on the ground.
All right, looks like everyone's roles are in chat.
One thing that I just thought of, does it really help to have it in chat if we're always going to be adding our modifiers to it anyway?
Yeah,
A lot of
there is
things
that.
would be like pretty simple.
It's still a way to visualize it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
True.
Here's the thing. I would rather see your role for what it is, and then you tell me what it actually is.
Because then it's an honest roll.
Exactly, because then if you add 10 to it, I can be like, why did you add 10 to it?
Oh, I was thinking more so just so that you didn't have to maths and you could just read it right there instead of everyone talking over each other.
Yeah, which would be nice, but I mean, it's still good to see the roll.
Choo
Alright,
choo
we're
choo.
going off with this one. We just need to add our proficiency bonus.
I
Your
also have
initiative.
to.
And so for me, that's Dex.
No, I'm in its face. You can see inside the dragon. Just like the bard.
Do we need it to any? Do we need to add anything to the universal notes?
Hold on, let me go ahead and.
I'm gonna pretend like no one just flipped my soda over.
Who spilled my soda?
I have updated the universal.
Gonna find thing with drinks for everyone, so we can put the different drinks that everyone likes on everyone's table. It feels more realistic.
Also, a note to anyone watching: I don't love Crush. It's Fanta. Pretend it is Fanta.
This is
Don't you
this is a
wanta
Fanta.
Fanta?
I will name it Fanta. This is Fanta.
Yeah,
Dragon
see
has
when
a
you click on
crush.
it, it's just
Dragon has a crush on Fanta.
Yes.
Where'd
Fanta
the cow
baby.
come
I
Honey.
fixed the description for you,
Sufficiently.
Dragon. It
The
says
cow
it's
has been here.
Fanta.
Has it?
Is
The
it a
cow has
god
been there.
cow? Is this another god? Or is it just a cow?
I don't know. You didn't
See?
ask him.
The
You know,
cow
it could be my
familiar.
next question.
We
It
have
could
an
be.
cow.
It could
Wait,
be.
so
He's
if
just
I
like-
kill,
familiar.
hold on.
You're-
If I kill the cow and it's a god, then I've killed two gods if I also kill him.
That
Yes.
So far,
that's a lot of ifs,
Dragon
but
is unstoppable.
Although if you kill a god, you take the god's place, so I hope you're ready for that responsibility.
Oh.
That's in Faerun at least. May not be that way
Icky.
in this campaign. Black Dragon has rolled.
Like how the snake lady
Base
is
10.
in exile over here. She's in little
Hello, the
horny jail.
rolling dice. You have come from the fog of war.
Kenyon, I appreciate how you also coded your dice so that we can see it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to be rolling secret things, I may not use that one, but like if it's for initiative,
It's fair.
I'm hiding.
Honest rules.
Wagon.
What's this little drift orb that I've seen the last couple of campaigns?
It's Tepig's Drift Globe.
It's something
Oh,
that
I
is
didn't-
following him.
Oh,
I forget what it does.
It stays
just
within
dominating.
15
Why is
feet
Tepic
of him,
flying?
and it shines 60 feet of light. You can
Oh.
turn it
Also,
off if
Tepic
you
is
want,
tiny.
but
Just look at Tepic. Teeny.
Even these lights on. Think
Damn
this
it,
orb's made of
child.
money.
You are. Oh, you are.
Three
I
glow.
think
You
it's
waste
like
an arcano tech.
14.
What the?
What the?
He's a child.
I'm
I
pretty
I
sure
did
you
not
said
know you were a
16.
child.
Pretty sure you
Why
said
are you here,
16.
child?
Yeah. Sorry.
16's a little more believable than
16.
like,
Yeah.
because you're not
16.
supposed to be allowed to go on the crusade as a child, but Tepig just kind of snuck in, so
Yeah.
You know,
anywho,
you do you.
so initiative order. We have I can't edit the notes and also the chat. Looks like it's gonna be, I think I'm seeing Saucy going first.
Oh shit.
Saucy, Tepig, followed by Barrett, followed by Ahsoka, followed by Dragon, as in the Black Dragon.
No, I just go twice. It's fine.
Oh, I don't see Caden's roll on here yet. Hold on.
14.
14. So it's actually Tepig, followed by Sarashi, followed by
Oh boy, are
Barrett.
you actually gonna let me take actions inside the card?
No, actually.
Oh.
Damn.
So scratching
Wait, I can do
Sarashi,
stuff? Nah.
Barrett,
Reaction, scream at God.
reaction, scream at God.
Wait, I want my action to be eating my boar meat. I still have plenty of meat in here, y'all.
Eating your vor meat?
Buzz,
Gross.
Kenyon,
My
you
board.
should probably turn off your phone, by the way. You can
That's
hear
not
it.
my phone.
That's
Whose
fine.
phone is buzzing?
That's fine.
Didn't say that it wasn't his. He just said it wasn't his phone.
Oh, jeez. That's why you're going last. No, I'm just kidding.
That's fair. Worth
Ahsoka,
it.
During Pride Month,
Black
homophobic.
Dragon,
True.
and Titanite, I believe.
I rolled
Randy,
a
did
6
you
and
roll?
only have a +2, so.
Randy, go ahead and roll
Kenny,
for
we're
me
on
just in
screen,
case.
stop it.
Okay, I didn't know I was supposed to roll.
That's fine.
We be rolling initiative.
12.
Okay, and your dexterity bonus would be
0.
okay. Good. So you would be going after Ahsoka.
Alright.
Blah, 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 blah. Battle, little, little, little.
Battle, little.
Corin, that is his name. Okay. Tepig.
Yeah.
Gorborbly just looks upon the summoned dragon and smiles and says, well, it sounds like we're going to have to take care of this first, so have at it. And he just simply sits in a rocking chair.
Thanks for the help, my guy.
Oh, it's no danger to me.
So I can move and then use an ability, correct?
Yes, you can break up movement with actions as well, yes. Keep in mind that if you were to, say, walk up into its range, attack it, and then try and walk out, that is an attack of opportunity from the creature. But that's only if you're within its grasp for that amount of time.
Does it have a 10-foot reach or a 5-foot reach?
Let me take a look at the stat sheet real quick. To be fair, would your characters know that? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
it looks,
How long's its little arms?
based upon the size of its little arms, it has.
But wouldn't it have a
Got 10-foot reach.
able to reach farther only because of its wings? And I could fly?
Yeah, it's got a 10-foot reach.
Okay.
It seems as though its neck specifically could whip out at about 10 feet. Whereas the actual claws, unless it was to just try and beat its wings against you, its actual claws, which it uses for damage, it seems to only be able to swing in about 5 feet. So its
what I'm
biting
trying-
is going to be dangerous.
What I'm trying to do is there any way I can sneak through this area, hiding behind people, and then actually use stealthy to get up close, like up here behind the cow without being seen?
I'm going
Behind
to
the
say,
cow.
since we're all literally right in the open and it's in the middle of the day, I would let you roll stealth with disadvantage. And it might be a relatively large DC, but like it's not undoable.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
I love your commitment to this.
Yeah, absolutely have to. All right. So what do I need to roll for this?
You'll roll a d20 plus whatever relevant stealth modifier.
Oh boy,
That's a 3. Can't get much worse than that. I mean, it
it's
can,
only
but
a +7 for my stealth modifiers.
yeah, I'm going to need you to roll again just in case you roll a nat 1 and I can just kill you right here. Just kidding.
Hey,
Obviously, that wouldn't be the roll that kills you, but
Oh, he
okay.
got advantage. Look at that.
22.
Nice.
What a magical time.
He has disadvantage, actually.
I'm aware.
Yes.
I could just end that disadvantage with my new class ability, but I think we're gonna need to save it.
Probably, yeah.
I do have a
So
Yeah,
level
throw
1
on someone
who
spell I
actually
could
has
use,
that.
but yeah.
So I'm gonna say that you are not stealth, but you can still move, obviously.
Hmm.
Why's Ahsoka being all emo over there by herself?
I don't know. That's where Ahsoka was standing.
So I can't stealth in,
Doing shots.
but I can at least get to
Or was
I can
put
get all the way up
in.
to it.
You can
But I don't
put
know
your
if it's a-
characters where you feel like they would have been if you want.
This is where I was when we left off.
Yeah, because you just drew a card like not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I was very intently thinking about murder.
Oh,
Heard.
oh no, the chairs.
Not the
Good luck
chairs.
fixing them.
If I look at it from this angle, he is just very intently glaring at the back of his head.
Trying.
I see.
If
So
Can't
hard.
looks
drop
could
them
kill,
from that high up.
if looks could kill.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ,
so I
these
do have
rocking
stealthy
chairs.
that it lets me move 10 feet in the open without being seen as long as I'm not in line of sight of the monster or whatever I'm fighting when I start the move.
Well, you're
So does
directly
that-
in
can I-
line of sight, so
Even if I'm behind Barrett here, it still counts as line
yeah.
of sight. Okay.
Also, like a really woolly blonde.
You're extremely platinum blonde. Like,
Yeah, a little eye catching right now. You have to dye your hair later.
Can I use one of my level 1 spells?
yeah, for sure.
I would like to move to here.
Okay.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 20. And I want to use Fog Cloud.
Some
Okay,
dramatic battle
alright.
music.
All right.
So I should be concealed at that point.
Yeah, that would probably do it. Let me take a look here.
I
Should be
don't like how the
outside.
music.
Should be outside
Me.
range.
It keeps going between my headphones and it feels.
We say mixed it well, but yeah, I would just turn it down.
I want you to draw me the radius of your fog cloud with the marking tool.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it back up, but I'm pretty certain. Wait a second. I believe it's 10 yards around me, or 10 feet.
Probably 10 feet. In a
Yes.
radius, I imagine?
Yes. I'm pulling it up.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure. That's first level. Fog cloud. 20-foot radius sphere.
20
Center
foot
point where it's
radius.
casted.
Okay. So that's going to be Ka-chow. All this is fog.
Awesome. That's perfect. Because I didn't want to blind Barrett, who I know uses ranged weapons, so everyone's like right outside. That's perfect.
Now,
That's what
just
I wanted.
for context, I know I cannot be heard from the card. Am I able to see out of the card and see what's
No.
happening?
It's as if you're completely comatose.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Tara. Enlarge on the enemy's brain. Oh, no.
Hello, Tara.
And I can't do anything after that, right? But that gets me concealed close to the boss, which is what I was going for.
Correct, because fog cloud will take your action. Sure. Next up in the initiative is Barrett.
Wait, what was I planning to do?
And it lasts up to an
Search?
hour. So
Spell. And then from this spell deck, I need to find
How?
this.
I want you to describe for me while Barrett is, thinking about what they're doing. How do you cast this fog spell? How do you produce this fog magically? Because you have to understand,
What
this is the
fog?
first time your character is doing.
I'm not casting fog.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Tepic.
Yeah.
How is this is the first time that you've ever done anything magical?
yes.
So impulsively, your character produces fog in what way? What do you rip a fat vape? Do you just produce it from the sleeves?
I am a Phantom Rogue, right?
Yeah.
So I assume it would come out of my hands like the other stuff that I have.
Ah, I
The
see.
magic
Okay,
effects
so
that I
now you
have.
just
Yeah.
have produced fog, and the rest of you see this fog just emanate very swiftly out of the hands of your ally as it encircles this area, blocking just a little bit of line of sight to the dragon, but you still see the tips of its wings hanging out of the fog cloud. So you know where it is. We get it, you fog! Okay, now Barrett, I apologize for prompting you and then stopping you.
Wah.
Wah.
I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant Whispers. Alright, describe to me what that does and what it looks like from the outside.
So, well, he's just gonna kind of whisper chaotically, like insanely. He doesn't know how he knows this. It's probably something to do with the cards.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as a pit or such as fire or pit. On successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away. A deafened creature automatically succeeds on the save.
Okay, so it makes a wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yes, a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. And what is the DC?
Oh, DC. DC.
It does not inherently say so, so you would use your base
Is
DC
8.
as a sorcerer.
It's 8 plus your proficiency, which is 3, plus your charisma.
Numbers, what?
It'll be 11 plus your charisma. What is your charisma?
-1, so that is a 10 DC.
10 DC? Ah, it has
10
made
DC.
a 13 for its saving throw.
Well, shit. So it takes half as much damage.
Okay. What is the damage?
3d6.
Roll it up for me.
Roll it up,
Oh.
roll it up.
That
Wow.
is a 6.
Nice. Tight. 4.
That
Oh.
is a 4.
Oh, Kenyon, you know what? In the description, oh well, you're probably not allowed to do that anyway. You're not allowed to tell us how
Stop
many hit
dropping it.
points this
Throw
thing
it.
has.
Exactly.
Never
And that's a
mind.
5.
So 15 cut in half is going to be 7 points of damage.
And I'd like to use a bonus action. That's
Okay.
loud, right?
Yeah.
I am going to use my bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike. Until the spell ends, my movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. And once before the spell ends, I can give myself advantage on one weapon attack roll, and it can deal an extra 1d8 force damage.
And that is a bonus action casting time spell.
Yes.
Tight. So the
Fair.
next time you do damage, it'll do that.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Next up is Ahsoka.
Okie dokie. I was looking at one of my new spells here. Oh, we're using the Kibby.
Cutting away for just a moment, Corin, you are sitting on the sidelines here, watching from afar. If you think that your companions, or if you think you would rush in to join the combat, you may. Or if you think your character would sit there for now, feel free to sit there. But I did have you roll initiative just to give you that option. Can I get a herd?
Heard.
All right. Proceed, Ahsoka.
Okay. Okay. Something I haven't used before, but I think I actually had it before, the level up even. What? Sorry.
Show me what you
Character
got.
sheet. Show me what you got. I want to use Entangle is what it is. I just needed to look at the card.
Okay.
I'm just making sure as well too. 20-foot square starting from point within range. Am I allowed to move closer before I attempt this?
Yeah, definitely. You can move up to your full movement. So
What is this full movement here? Probably. I mean, I'm just gonna go
as a
in front of the
monk,
fucking dragon.
right now, I believe your full movement is 45 because of the.
I say yeah. I
movement
have
speed
no
increase.
armor on. Yeah. And then there we go. We're in range now for that spell.
What square are you standing on? You're standing between two squares.
Oh, here. I tried to rotate. And there we go.
Hey, Kenny, an extremely important question.
Mm-hmm.
Did either of my constructs benefit from any of the cards?
I'm gonna say
That's kind of 90 range anyways.
only if you benefiting from them would have given them any sort of benefit. So I'm gonna say no.
Don't get the extra 5 feet of movement or con,
No.
right?
No, because they haven't drawn any cards. Nor do they have the individual will to say how many cards they're going to draw, etc.
They are not players in the game.
They are not
As
players
far
in the
as
game.
Okay, but essentially just want to restrain the dragon. I want to see if we can just hold it down, grab its
You're
wings.
casting
and everything.
Entangle?
Yeah.
Ahsoka may not know this because this is their first time casting a spell up this close to a creature, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
You would know, actually, because you do have a few spells.
Yeah, this is one of my previous spells, actually.
Okay, then yeah, you would know because of this spell is, one that you're slightly more familiar with. It takes a moment and it leaves you vulnerable if you are within the space of the enemy to cast a spell. So getting that close is not a good idea necessarily. You may want to get one square back.
Here, I'll go. You can go back there.
Otherwise, they
Oh,
would
no.
be given an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh no, I just have to zoom in closer to drop it right. It's fine.
It also helps if
But
you hold the other mouse button.
I see. It has a range of 90 feet anyway, so it's fine.
Okay, so you cast it, and then it makes a saving throw of how much?
Zoom. Zoom. Saving throw. Creature restrained by the plants can use this action to make a strength check against your spell save DC.
Strength check. That is
For the
going to
first one
be...
it's a strength saving throw when you cast it, and then afterwards, because if they fail it, it's restrained. Afterwards, they can use a strength check to free
Okay.
themselves.
Strength saving throw is going to be a 16. So unless
And I need to
otherwise
roll my-
stated, I believe that beats your DC.
My DC right now. Oh my goodness. What DC? Hold on, excuse me.
I think the
So
max
do you know how to
DC any
calculate
of our
your spell
characters
save
can have
DC?
is 16.
It is 8 plus your proficiency plus your... Actually, no, it's 8 plus the spell level plus your ability
Oh, it is
modifier.
proficiency. It's not
It
spell
is?
level.
Ah, I see. You're right.
Spell level's 3.5. I got corrected on that not too long ago.
Okay. So 8 plus your proficiency, which is currently 3, equals 11, and then plus your relevant ability modifier, which is wisdom.
Which for wisdom is 2 plus 2.
So the DC is 13. Vines reach up from the ground and attempt to wrap around the legs and neck and wings of the dragon. But its strength is too great, and it rips and pulls up the vines from the ground and breaks itself free.
Boo.
If that is all you plan to do on your turn, it will now be Corin's optional turn.
I am at least... I'm not gonna do that double attack thing, but I'm probably at least gonna jump away because I can do that as a monk at least.
That's fine. Did you want to go into the fog or out of the fog, or where you want to go?
The circle is the fog.
Yes.
Yes, okay, I'm gonna go into the fog. I'm just gonna go, wee! This dragon's not gonna see shit. We'll go over here, actually, I guess. Somewhere over here. This square.
All right, Corin, it is your turn now, if you so choose to take one.
Yeah, I'll join the fray. Why not? Kind of like fun. Beating a black dragon towards my goal.
So you are going to start here.
Oh, then I gotta get close, I guess.
Sounds good to me. You could also cast any spells that have, a range that you could cast them at, but you would be casting through the fog at that angle.
Yeah, and I feel like I'd be at a disadvantage at that point, so I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can move 35 feet, I believe. Yes.
Is that with the 5 movement speed increase from the Deck of Many Things?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Which is 7
you can,
squares, correct?
yes. Optionally, you can also double move in a turn, since you aren't going to be taking any other action. And you can move 14 squares this turn, but you won't be able to take an action.
Okay.
I didn't even realize I technically got more key points too with the level up, because I get 1 key per each monk level.
Yes. Yeah, you would have 5 right now, I believe.
Yeah, I have 5. No, I went to go double check that because I was like, I don't think 3 is. That seems too little right now.
Gorborbly McFrumplecrumple utters out loud, "Ah, it seems we finally had another join us, lurking by the wayside. Don't worry, I fully am ready for you to play the game as well. The cards will be held out to any who would like, as soon as we deal with this situation." And then, who locked the rocking chair in the air?
I was wondering the same thing.
It's fine, it's magic.
Which?
There we go.
I will not speak on who locked it in the air, but to clarify, so no one is allowed to pull a card out until we deal with the dragon.
No, he's holding them, shuffling them right now. He seems to want to make sure this is resolved before we do anything else.
Heard.
But it is now the dragon's turn. And technically Gorborbly, but he's just going to sip some tea and have some boar meat. The dragon is going to roar and spit flies from its mouth in various directions, stinging and singeing the grass in like an acidic kind of crisp and crackle. It yells, and I'm going to need each of you to make me a wisdom saving throw. DC 12. This is a fear effect, in case that's relevant to people like Randy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can't be feared, I'm pretty sure, right?
Or
I
me.
think so.
Or
Barrett,
me.
you can't be feared either?
With Aberrant Mind,
Aha.
at level 6, you gain resistance to psychic damage, which include Charm and Fright.
Sorry, that's not my role.
I
was
have
what was on
advantage
last.
on saving throws against being charmed or frightened, is what I'm trying to say.
Whoa.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
Hold on a second to that thought, though, because would it count for her because she's not technically a level 6 sorcerer?
No. We
I am
are.
level 6 is the thing.
Wait, hold on.
I couldn't hear. Clarify, because this is something that I struggle with.
Is it a level 6 ability of the sorcerer? If it is, then no. Don't get that yet till you.
It's
reach
not
6
level
level.
6 ability, it's at level 6.
No, hold
Hold
on.
on. Let me try and take this. See?
Take
Psychic defense is at level 6.
I'm looking at Aberrant Mind Sorcerer real quick. Yeah, so that is 6th level Sorcerer. What I meant earlier when I was saying that was specifically things like cantrips that say when you reach 6th level.
Oh.
Cantrips will go with character level, but you only get 1st level sorcerer things. So you would only have psionic spells and telepathic speech. I do apologize for the confusion. I should have looked more into that question.
So I don't roll with advantage.
First one was an 18 though, so you're good.
Yeah, you
Damn.
definitely would be good with an 18.
Do I only do 1 roll, or what's happening? Sorry.
Dragon like roars and Barrett just like deadpan. It's like
Heard. Got it.
So roll a
You-
d20
You mad,
plus our
Queen.
wisdom saving.
Yes, it is your
Wow.
wisdom saving throw. As a monk, you probably have proficiency in wisdom saving throws.
Oh, you're right. I do.
I also have a
I don't know if
proficiency
it'll
in
help you,
wisdom
though, because it
saving
is a
throws.
DC 12.
14.
Okay, so we got to get
That's
a 12
better.
to get past. Gotcha.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
proficiency, not advantage.
Yeah, proficiency.
Oh, you're right.
Which means you add your proficiency bonus of 3 plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay.
Do you have
I
7?
have +2 in that.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I got
Then,
a 4.
My first roll was
Randy, you're a
5.
paladin. Immune to fear.
Actually, I just read it. I'm not immune to fear until level 10.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
okay. Never mind.
Rip.
Yep, I got an 8.
So, anybody who does fail to get higher than 12, you become frightened of the creature. This means you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. You cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
Wait, but if we're in the fog, we can't see it. So does that mean it's not technically procs?
I'm taking a look at that right now. Line of sight. Do. Line of sight. I'm going to say that the fog does restrict line of sight. You still are not able to move closer to that direction, but as long as you are within the fog, the thing about that is you would already have disadvantage if you're in the fog firing blindly on something you can't see. So it doesn't really matter. You have disadvantage either way.
That.
Yeah.
I actually had another question about that.
Shoot for it.
So it's about my divine sensibility. Is this black dragon considered a fiend?
No, it is not.
Okay, then it does not work then. Never mind.
Fiends are devils and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So once it does fear everyone, it's actually going to immediately take a swipe over here at Tepik. And Tepik, I want you to make me a perception check. You are in a cloud of fog, so I'm going to give you disadvantage, though. This is just for extra information. Pretty good roll. Let's see what the other one is. It's not super high check here. Nice. All right. You notice that as the dragon comes at you in this fog, it seems to have its eyes completely closed, and it's relying on its extraneous senses, such as its senses of smell, sound, whatever, to blindly be able to fight in the fog.
Okay. That's good information.
Yes. But it does take a few swipes at you here. So first one is going to be... that's
my
a,
God.
dear.
that's a
Oh
close
my.
one. That's a close one there. Luckily, it does not crit on 19s like some people do. It only crits on 20s still, so you're safe from that at least. But
Speaking of, why is there no dragon warlock patron?
I'm staying, dude. I think that there should be, and I've seen many homebrew ones that I think are really cool. But it takes a chomp out of you. And
All that extra
that's
hair, man.
yeah. That is going to do. Here's my dice. What is this? That's a D. Okay. It's going to do 2, 4, uh, 8 piercing damage and 3 acid damage. It is then going to take the second swipe with its actual claws. Rip, dude. This one will
Yeesh.
probably be less damage, though. So currently that was 8 piercing damage and 3 acid damage. This is going to be... Uh, 9 slashing damage. And last swipe of its turn. It does not hit you.
Thank God.
So I believe overall that turn you took 17 damage.
You said 8, 3, and 9.
Oh, that's right. 8, 3, and
20.
9. So that's 20 damage, yeah.
Good God. Alright. That felt good.
That's actually,
Is
yeah,
it-
20. Yeah. 20 damage, and it is now Tight Knight's turn.
So Tight Knight's gonna yell out and just kind of adjust his goggles as a sort of free action. He's gonna be like, "Damn it, Tepig! I need you to move this blasted fog." And the dragon is completely enveloped now. Currently, yes.
It is now, yes.
Okay.
I will say
can I-
you probably would be able to see like the tip of its wing here and get that it's in this general area, but you'd still suffer the disadvantage effect if you were to fire on it
Can
or
I
something.
move Hyperius and then move myself?
Yeah, I'll let you break
before
up that.
attacking with either of us. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you break that up.
So we're gonna go ahead and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then here. So the advantage of flanking will put out the disadvantage, right? That's how that would work, advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah, they do counteract, so you would just have regular old non-advantage, non-disadvantage.
Okay, so I'm going to
We'll say that that can be due to your somehow linkage to Hyperius, you know what I mean?
Alright, so we'll have Hyperius attack first. First attack do be 19.
I do have one quick question before we get too far.
Yes.
Did we ever restrain the Arcano Forged other than having Hyperius just pin it down?
As far as I am aware, Hyperion was still pinning it down. So if he left to go move around, the Arcano
Yeah,
Forge is free to rampage.
Heard that.
I mean, Dragon takes priority.
Dragon does take priority. I mean, I totally get you that. This is what happens when we take a week break, but
But he wasn't next to Hyperius anymore, so that was I forgot about that.
yeah,
I don't
we
know if the
can
board
we
got
can
changed.
say we tied it up. I mean, we all have ropes and shit, right? Like it makes sense that we would have
Thought
tied him
that-
up.
Yeah, I could have. I vaguely remember asking to do that. I'll go back on the VOD and look.
I don't recall exactly.
wanna-
Trust
But-
me, I always have ropes.
Well,
Okay.
they're in the card, unfortunately.
That's true. All your
Anyway.
sexy
Well, I
ropes
could've
are
done
in
it
the card.
beforehand.
So 18 is the first attack.
All right, that'll hit.
I assume that hits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really good. All right, 18 again. Damn. Then my 2 attacks for Night Knight is on now. All right, not good.
Heard that.
It's 12.
That's not gonna hit.
So, just to clarify, an 18 did not
24.
hit its AC.
An 18 does hit its AC.
Okay.
So that is, let me move over to my dice. Going to be
A 12 certainly did not, though.
3d8 plus 12. 2, 2, 6. So that is going to be 22 damage. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to do a roll I know is going to fail. And with disadvantage, have Archimedes do his little beam at him.
Okay.
Well, the first one hits. Let's disadvantage.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
We can always
Archimedes,
count on
swing and a miss.
3 things that we can always count on: death, taxes, and Archimedes fucking up his rolls.
Yeah. Even when I don't know it's going to be Archimedes.
What do you
Yeah,
keep him
Archimedes
for
is
again?
Honestly, I'm thinking about rebuilding him.
He's a paperweight at this point.
He can reconnaissance, maybe.
Can he?
Anyway, that's my turn.
How much damage did you end up doing in total?
22, right? Yeah.
22. Heard
And the dragon is
noted.
defeated.
Not quite. Next is Tepic. Back to you, son.
Oh boy, the half-dead guy.
And I had put a request to stop the fog.
Is it a concentration spell, I believe? Or is it just something you produce and then it has to disperse on its own?
Yeah, sometimes just says one action. Says it lasts for the duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed disperses it.
Does it say concentrate
Yeah,
anyway?
Yeah, it's concentration. There you go. Concentration.
Okay, then yeah. If you drop concentration, I'm going to say it goes away. But that's entirely up to you. If you find that there is still merit in having the fog cloud up, Tepic can keep it up, that's for sure.
Would I be able to make a sneak attack with the obscured vision and then disperse it?
Here's
or would
what
the
I'll
sneak
say.
attack be what disperses it because I break concentration on it?
Here's what I'll say is that the fog is not going to grant you sneak attack one way or the other. And that's kind of what you picked up on last turn when it was able to just sense you there.
Yeah.
But you do have 2 allies flanking on either side of it. So if you were to shift yourself like here or here and attack it, then you would be able to have sneak attack.
So I can reposition myself and then break the fog.
Yeah.
Or would repositioning myself break it just by default because I'm moving?
No, it wouldn't. You just have to specify you're going to drop concentration on the spell. In fact, if I were a better DM, I probably would have asked you about concentration whenever you were being pierced by Dragonmouth last turn. But I did forget that it was a concentration spell, so.
So I can't technically move towards it, which would just be like this direction, right? I can
if
go
you-
side to side and get back here.
If you put yourself in this square, that's probably fine. Honestly, if you move
But
here...
he's afraid of it. He can't get closer to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're afraid, so...
I would have to like go side to side, so but I can't hit it from here, can I?
Yeah, you're not able to get within the 10-foot reach. And if you
No,
leave the
no, you're
10-foot
not.
reach, it's an attack of opportunity. You can throw a dagger if you have like a dagger or something.
Yeah.
You have disadvantage on your attack, so you won't get sneak attack anyway.
Here's what I will say. If you're just trying to be able to apply your sneak attack, I would say drop the fog and then use your bonus action to do steady aim. If you recall, that's an optional rogue ability that you pick up at second
use
level.
your bonus action to grant yourself advantage of your current turn's next attack roll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you would have advantage for flanking and advantage for that, and because right now you've got 2 disadvantages. You've got the disadvantage of being afraid and the disadvantage of not being able to see it in the fog.
Actually, I just remembered, while you're frightened, you're not going to be able to sneak attack it at all. Because even if disadvantages counter each other out, multiple instances of advantage and disadvantage still counter each other out. There's no way to overcome one or the other.
So if you couldn't like knock off, flanking and the steady aim.
I guess supposedly it's up to DM discretion, but by raw, no. Multiple instances of advantage are countered by one instance of disadvantage.
Is the opposite true?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
So
no
we
sneak
can
attack.
break the fog and use steady aim. I think that's about the only thing
Yeah.
I can do. Because I can't leave without getting smacked. I can't
You
risk
can
taking
bonus action
damage.
disengage.
Well, I was also gonna.
But also, Barrett's gonna be kind of pissy at him if he doesn't get rid of the fog.
Well, would the dragon get attack of opportunity inside the fog?
Yes. It seems
has
that the
done-
fog... Yeah. I mean, to put it simply, Tepic knows that it can basically fight without the use of its vision normally.
Heard.
The dragon is having no disadvantages right now because of the fog, but we currently are.
Yeah.
And he can bonus action disengage as a rogue so that he doesn't get an attack of opportunity and step out of its range. He won't be able to come any closer.
At the
It's
end
still
of your
throw.
turn, you are able to repeat the wisdom saving throw to attempt to become unfrightened.
Okay. Let's do the drop the fog and disengage.
Okay.
That's 10 feet, right? So I'm out of range now. Because I am, mostly dying. Then the fog would be gone and then I can re-roll, correct?
When you end your turn, yes, you can re-roll for the fear effect.
Okay.
You have to beat a 12.
Would beat a 12. Well, I got a 12.
I think that works. I think if
If
it
you
meets, it beats.
Unless you have a negative modifier.
For
Wow.
wisdom? No, I have 0.
Okay, yeah,
Right,
meets,
oh,
it beats.
Right
Okay.
Okay, so next it
That's
is
gonna be it.
Barrett's turn.
Sorry, I was just making a quick note on here. Which I'm doing a lot this turn, so I made notes for my attack.
Oh, very
Strategy. So I'm gonna start my turn off by marking the dragon as my favored foe until the end of my turn, which adds a 1d4 to the first attack that hit. And then I would like to cast Magic Weapon, and then I'm gonna touch my crossbow using that spell. And
Okay.
until the spell ends, it lasts for an hour. It adds a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls.
So you're using bonus action for favored foe, and then regular action for magic weapon on your crossbow?
Wait. Is favored foe a bonus action? I thought I could just do it.
Let me double check. You might be able to. Ranger favored foe.
Because that will change my thingy a little.
Yeah. Favored enemy. Wamp, 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 wamp. Fucking.
favored foe, you have to hit it with an attack.
Yeah. The first time on each of your turns that you hit your favored enemy and deal damage to it.
So how do you declare the favored foe? Let me see. You gain no benefit for the place feature. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can call on your mystical bond with nature to mark the target as your favorite enemy. So, yeah, you have to hit it to mark it. Your first hit
Oh.
on it marks it as part of that hit.
So I have to actually do an attack first, and it has to
Mhm.
hit.
Did
Got
you
it.
want to do magic
So-
weapon before an attack, or...
Yes, magic weapon before an attack.
And is
Yeah,
that a
magic
bonus
weapon's
action
an
spell?
action, though.
Yes, it is a bonus action spell. And I touch my crossbow with it. Because it says you touch a non-magical weapon.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay,
And then
so
adds
now
a
you
plus
can...
one bonus to attack roll.
Now you can make
So I
your
attack roll.
attack. Perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for it. And then let me ask you, the other thing as well that you cast last turn, what was that? Because we have to factor that in too. Zephyr Strike?
I'm not using it on this attack, because I'm also using my extra attack this turn.
Zephyr, you wouldn't get to choose which one oh, never mind. You get to choose.
You get to choose? Okay, cool. Then, yeah, proceed. Did you make your roll?
Yeah, I haven't added my bonus to it.
Mm-hmm. As long as your bonus is 5 or more, I think...
Yeah, it's 5 or more.
Okay, then you hit. Roll me that damo.
Damage. Right, I already got you out. Hello, dice. Hiya.
Oh,
This
very
is a 6. And my normal attack bonus is 6, plus the 1 is... Excuse me while I do simple math. So that is the first attack with the bonus damage on its own. And then I said that I was gonna use... This is when I mark it, yeah?
Yes, it is marked now.
So my next attack can do a 1d4, right?
That is correct.
And then I attack it again with the crossbow, using the Zephyr Strike advantage.
All right. What I will say is you were not frightened, correct?
I'm not frightened.
Then you may have advantage.
That's not an actual roll, I just accidentally slapped it down
That's
on
fine.
what
Yeah,
it was
no,
before.
I see. So you may roll with advantage.
Yes.
One thing I'm seeing here as well is it says for favored foe, the first time each of your turns that hit the favored enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark
This
it,
is rude.
you can increase it by 1d4.
Oh,
you're trying
okay,
to see if
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and add an extra d4 for the first time, but also what is your total to attack it?
So that first attack adds just a 1 to it, because that's what I got.
Sounds good.
And I was rolling for my next attack with advantage, but I rolled a 3, and then I rolled a 9. So I'm not sure if it hits. I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
A 9 plus what?
Plus attack roll thing.
Uh-huh. Which is?
It's the attack bonus, yeah?
It is the
Yeah,
attack
you can add
bonus.
6 to it.
It's going to be
Which
your
is a
proficiency
7
modifier
currently.
plus... 7. Okay. And then you also add, what, just 1?
No, I already added the plus 1
Okay.
to the attack
That
bonus overall.
does not hit.
Zag.
So if that finishes your turn, I think you're also allowed to move if you feel like. Also, did you use your bonus action? You did, didn't you?
At the beginning of the turn.
Yeah, I used it to cast magic weapon.
Magic weapon. Okay, heard that. It is now Ahsoka's turn.
Well, I can't move because I'm scared of this thing now, apparently, right?
Yes, that is correct. You may not move towards it, but you still can attack it. You just have disadvantage unless something else gives you advantage.
Excuse me. Hmm. Let's see, am I within range there? Yeah, I definitely am. Okay. I used one spell slot before, but I think that this is a cantrip for me. Yeah, this is a cantrip. I'm gonna use Thorn Whip.
All right.
I'm not trying to bring it closer to me at all. I'm just trying to attack it straight up. Just give it a smack.
All right, you're trying to give it a schmack.
Alright, where's my die? My die.
Give
Give
right
it a
there.
schmick.
And I want you to
A
flavor
schmack.
this for me because if I recall, some of your spells are reflavored. Is that correct?
Oh, oh, is this one of my bungee gum spells? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
It's technically
we
for the
ever-
reach of bungee gum.
Did we ever say
don't
that
think-
you have a prosthetic arm?
It wasn't announced yet, but yeah, both of my arms are prosthetic.
So this is one of those times that we could flavor it as you literally doing a punch with the thing.
Yeah, but I can't. With throw it. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, sorry, I'm not rolling an 18. I'm just keep grabbing it.
It's Thorn Whip, so
Yes,
nothing
no,
about the dice changes.
I
but-
understand now. No, I understand now. I'm like, yes, okay, I got you. All right, let's do it. Let's see if I get a good roll. Can you not? There you go. It's the 7. It's
Rip.
so shitty.
So
Forever bad rolls in this game. I fucking swear.
to all those around, Ahsoka's arm kind of detaches and spreads from their body in like a viney aura-esque attack, and misses. It's like a swipe on the dragon that the dragon whips its head away from and returns back to Ahsoka's body.
Hell yeah.
Anything else you got?
Damn, I mean, I could technically try it again because of if I use a key point, right? And it's a cantrip.
Don't think that's how that would work.
No, because this is
I think you have to make a melee, like, actual punch attack.
probably, and I can't move towards it. So I mean, there's really nothing else I can do without being able to move towards it.
Mm-hmm. You do at the end of your turn get to roll against the fear effect again. So.
Okay, so I just roll my d20 again.
Yep.
No.
Add your wisdom saving throw, which is
2 to 10.
plus your proficiency, correct? Because you're a monk.
Plus... Oh, so 12.
It's 3 right now. Your proficiency bonus is 3.
Oh, well, 13 then.
Okay. A 13 beats the 12 save DC. You are no longer feared. But that is the end of your turn. Randy, have you come back from walking your dogs yet? I'm going to give you about 3 seconds.
I didn't know proficiency had changed, so...
Mm-hmm. Okay. Skipping Corin. It is Black Dragon's turn. The dragon is going to... let's see... It's going to whip around with its claws and make an attack on each Hyperius and Titanite. On Hyperius, that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Hits.
And on Titanite, yeah, that's going to be a 25 to hit. So, with the claws, that's...
Actually, against me, he has disadvantage.
okay.
Because I will use my reaction to make him... Alright, that one misses.
Does a 14 hit you?
AC 20 and 15 respectively.
Well.
And if it comes up, 13 for Archimedes.
Fuck
the
you.
bird.
Hyperius takes 7 plus 4, 11 damage. And then the dragon is going to, in a line here, spit a line of acid at both Ahsoka and Corrin. I'm going to need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Me to roll for Corrin? Do you want to do that?
I'll roll for Corrin. Give it a good one. Corrin said dexterity was 0, if I recall. If they come back before I announce the damage, then they can have their own roll, but... Ahsoka?
Man, it feels too soon to be my turn again. But because I'm no longer scared...
No. This is a dexterity
no?
saving throw.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? I made it bigger. I figured bigger would be better rolls. That's a shittier roll!
Oh, fuck. Alright, this is going to do... kind of a lot of damage. This is
sucks.
a blast of acid from the dragon's mouth. Let me just spawn this in instead. Oh, I actually already have one over here. Fucking pick up the damn thing. There we go. That is 63 acid damage.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Who is that acid damage towards?
Yeah, what?
That is
It's
Ahsoka
Randy
and
Man
Corrin.
and Ahsoka.
I'm
Well.
sorry for your loss.
Keep in mind, this doesn't mean your characters are dead. This means that you're down. Assuming that you have less than 63 health.
Well, then I'm sorry for your loss of motor functions.
Does patient defense work? Because it's a spend 1 key point to take dodge action as bonus.
That's a bonus action. Do
Or
you
it's
have...
It would have to be a.
Do you have
I
any
swear
sort
I
of
have
reaction?
a dodge action. I swear I do. I just don't know where I have it, but...
Yeah, but you have to take
I'm
that
back.
one on your turn, unfortunately.
Hey, you're back. I
Welcome
want
back,
you
Randy.
to
You're,
roll me a dexterity saving throw. I mean, I did already announce the damage on you because you were gone, but just go ahead and roll it for me now.
30 saving throw?
Mm-hmm. DC is 14, so you need to make a 14 or better.
18.
Okay. You take 31 acid damage.
Damn, 31. It hit me? Crazy.
Yeah. That's half damage.
That, yeah, you'll still get hit regardless of what you roll, but it's whether or not you take full damage or resisted damage.
I was just wondering because of my AC.
Yeah, your AC is irrelevant.
Your AC is irrelevant to dexterity saving throws.
That's what I was saying, was regardless of
31.
your AC, there are some things that are going to hit you regardless. It's just a matter of how much damage you take.
Unless anybody can think of any reaction that they might have, then I believe
Would you
Ahsoka is currently
consider
down.
that- You said it was an acid breath, or like it hogged an acid loogie at her?
It is a line of acid. It is not a missile.
Oh, well. I tried that.
Okay, so what happened?
The dragon on its
Or-
turn shot a line of acid at you and Ahsoka. It did a fuckload of damage.
What health is Ahsoka currently at?
It did 63 damage. So Ahsoka, how much health do you have total?
That damage wouldn't be spread out between the two characters getting hit by it?
No. It is to each person.
Well then, I'm dead, literally.
You're not dead, you are downed. How much is your total health, though? I would like to know.
My total health is 50, Kenyon.
Okay.
Okay, you're not dead unless you take more than half of your total health negative.
But besides that, Horan can also heal her, or them, on Corin's turn, which I'm going to let Corin take now because they missed their turn.
But if Corin got hit with it too?
Yeah, but I'm not dead.
No one is dead.
Well, I'm not down. Not down. Sorry. Video game language. Alright, let's see. So I just need to heal all her negative hit points right now?
No,
Well, no,
any
she's
amount of
just
healing.
at 0 right now, right?
You don't.
Oh, okay.
You don't go to
Any amount of
negative.
No, I would have
unless,
negative if that's how that works.
I mean, unless it attacks you again, you just are in 0. Like, it's not important
Okay.
unless it attacks you again.
So as long as I heal her, give her some hit points.
Yeah,
she'll
if you
be
were to
back.
give her 1 hit point now, she would regain consciousness, or at least be stabilized.
Alright.
I also
Um,
have strength of the grave, question mark, so...
Oh, well then roll that now. That's a
I
charisma
was
thing,
gonna
right?
say, with 3 of us being shadow sorcerers, I'm
Well,
surprised you
the
didn't think
thing-
of that.
No, well, the thing
I'm
about
not
Strength
keeping track of...
Grave is, no, you have to make a charisma saving throw, and the DC is 5 plus the damage taken. There's no way you were gonna make that DC.
Hold on, that
Oh.
is exactly 12, which is how much over it was, right?
How much over, or
Let me read
Um,
Shadow
it
Sorcerer.
says damage taken? I have it over here, Kenyon, on my board.
Well, I guess it can't be used if it's critical damage, if that's considered critical damage, correct?
It wasn't a critical hit. Was it a critical hit?
No, it's a saving throw.
Yeah.
Well, this is the dragon's big scary attack that it can only use once every 6 rounds, so I apologize that it downed someone in 1 shot, but
Yeah, the way
we're
that
playing
I
with a
read
deck of many
Strength
things.
Grave-
You have a get out of jail free card if it comes to that. So
Yeah, the way that I interpret this, when damage reduces you to 0 hit points, take Charisma saving throw, DC 5 plus damage taken. Not damage overage, but damage taken altogether. Unless I'm interpreting that wrong. I will leave the DM hand here to rule.
yeah, I'm gonna say that Ahsoka's just taking a death saving throw right now.
That wouldn't be until her turn and Corin goes.
Oh, that's right. It isn't until their turn. Yeah. So Corin, it is your turn.
Spread that healing juice.
Alright. Well, funny you said that. I'm going to use one of our prepared spells. It's called Aura of Vitality. In a 30-foot radius, the creatures in my aura regain this health, 2d6 hit points.
Is it all creatures or is it creatures you
Let's-
select?
It says I can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura. So, yes, one person.
So
So,
is it
Liz,
all creatures in the aura
2d6.
except one person, or is it?
Anybody
I-
within that aura, you can target once around as a bonus
Yes.
action,
I see.
One
And
person.
this is a concentration
including
spell?
himself.
This is a concentration spell.
I see, I see. This makes sense. All right. So,
But yeah. Oh yeah, I rolled a
Ahsoka
d2d6.
does.
Don't I? Do I roll it or does she roll it?
I think they roll it.
All right, then roll a 2d6, Liz. And that's just a bonus action, so that's technically not my action yet.
Action was casting the spell.
Yeah, the bonus action was choosing whom.
Ah, okay. Well, then I have another question then. Level
Mhm.
5 Paladin has extra attack. So
That's if you
does
take
that
the
mean
attack
I-
action as your action. You took a spell
Okay.
as your action. So
I
that's
just wanna-
2.
2, and then another d6.
Oh shit. Why is it frozen?
Oh,
Just
you
give it a
lost
second. There we
I
go.
was saying I
Hey.
didn't.
Hey,
8.
It's 6.
And then 2d6 plus anything, Randy?
No, it just says 2d6.
Okay. You've regained 8 health, and on your turn, you may stand up. On the bright side, you are no longer feared.
it was
It
like a
is now
top of
Titan
water.
Knight's turn.
How long does the fear effect last?
For 1 minute or until you save against it.
Okay,
He said, how
so
long has
with
it been?
advantage, we're gonna have.
Were you feared, Randy?
I was feared.
At the end of your turn, I need you to make a saving throw against it.
Charisma?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay. Right now?
Sarashi,
Yes.
you can have that back. I
Have
think it
what
went
back?
in here.
Oh, thank you.
You rolling a wisdom saving throw? There you go. You are no longer feared. Titan Knight, your turn.
Okay, so Hyperius is going to attack with advantage. $20.
20 will do.
I don't know why it didn't record the first one, but the first
Yeah,
one
I saw it was
two.
a 3. 2 or a 3 or whatever it was.
So, second attack.
Ooh, almost in that one there. So it sounds like all the attacks
yeah,
are
but
going to
it's
hit
with
the dragon.
advantage. Then, in. Nice hit. And hit.
Yeah, as long as everything hits over an 18, it all hits.
And then I'll bonus action the one that doesn't get advantage.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I love that the
14,
bird
right?
has not done a
Misses?
damn thing this game. This whole campaign.
Just
You
like
know,
our
it's-
last bird.
It's just the bird. That's just
That's
how
just
it
a
is.
bird. That's a 2, 7, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 36 damage.
36.
Then that is turn. Does it look bloody at all?
Definitely, especially after that.
Okay, yeah, because I dealt like 50 something damage to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely getting there. It is bloodied. It seems to be like relching out for to help a little bit, you know. It is now Tepic's turn, which your next will go to Barrett, but it is Tepic's turn.
When's mine?
Now that I'm not
Tepic,
scared of it, am I able to get a sneak
exactly.
attack since it's fighting somebody to the right of it?
Yeah, you can ready your action or steady aim, or you can use your movement speed to get flanking.
Yeah, let's go for the flanking.
Sounds good.
I'll move myself here.
Well, you're gonna have
That's
to
in range,
move
correct?
around it, but you know, understood.
But it's facing this way, right? Because the last person that fought is right here.
Actually, what I am going to say is if you need to be within 5 feet of it to do your attack, it will probably get an attack of opportunity against you if you move through it. If you were to move here, 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 and then here, that would be...
Yeah, I'm operating on the it's facing this way, correct? Because that's who was attacking him.
There's no
Or is
face.
it just
There's
it
no
doesn't matter?
facing.
Okay.
It's 360 vision,
Okay.
as do we all.
So moving from here, and I'll have to come around to the side. Said.
I just realized Hyperius is here, but...
Might just
we'll
have to take
say-
the L and get the attack if you want an attack. Unless you can throw a dagger at it.
Yeah, throwing a dagger also works.
You can steady aim and then throw the dagger. You still
Yeah,
get sneak
that's
attack.
probably the smarter thing. Because I'm out of its attack range here. So
Gotta
I
be
can
within 30 feet of it, though, I think, for sneak attack, right? Or something like that. I don't know, I might not. I haven't played rogues in a while.
No, I don't. As long as you have advantage, you can do your sneak attack.
Let's do steady aim and then throw.
Hell yeah. Roll
It's gonna be
your,
probably the safest bet.
roll your 2d20s.
Nine and a 16.
All right. The 16 with your relevant modifiers, I assume, will hit. It's plus your attack roll.
Which would be which one?
Your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier, which I assume is somewhere around 6 or 7.
My dexterity is 17, so plus 3.
Yeah, that'll be 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 6. I see it.
Roll for damage, which is going to be 3d6 plus d4, I think, for dagger.
3d6 is on d4.
1d4 and 3d6 plus your dexterity bonus.
Okay, the first d6 is a 5. And then a 3. And then a 2. And then the d4 is a 1. And then dexterity is plus 6.
Well, your
Plus 3 is
dexterity
just
is plus 3.
So
That's a 14. My math
That's
is
going
right.
to be... Yep, 14.
it's 5. Yeah.
14 damage. Alright, it looks like it's teetering on its last legs here. Barrett, it is now your turn.
I am going to recast Zephyr Strike since I kinda botched it last time, so
Sounds good.
I'm
Bonus
gonna-
action.
Yeah, to start off with a bonus action. And then I'm gonna attack it with my crossbow using the Zephyr Strike advantage.
Sounds good.
So I'm gonna roll.
That'll hit. Roll to see if you crit.
Then you're all... Nope.
Okay. So, roll for damage.
Just gonna set that there. I roll for damage. That is a 6.
And what kind of attack is this?
This is my crossbow.
How do
Which
you want to
has
kill this thing?
Yeah.
Describe to me
Dying.
how it dies.
Right. So I'm gonna attack it with a crossbow. I want it to just slam into this eye right here. Just
Absolutely.
punch her right through its entire head. I want the rats to go in as it's falling down. Not even... It hasn't even gone to the ground yet. You see? The rats are already just swarming in for a feast.
So the
Oh
rat-infested
my
corpse of this
God.
dragon falls to the
Yeah,
ground.
there's already a rat
Uh.
going for the eye. You know? That good eye jelly.
Mm-mm.
I-
It is now dead.
And the rats are just over here feasting on it.
Does it keep a body, or since it was summoned by the card, does it like?
It does dissipate, and
Aw. The rats are disappointed.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
They-
like, there's a lot of cool materials we could have got out of that.
they may have gotten a little taste of the eye jelly before, but their stomachs are not satisfied by it.
Damn.
Anywho, Gorborbley, he claps his hands and says, "And we all managed to make it. Including you, the new addition. You haven't gotten a chance to play your hand yet." And he looks around at everyone and continues to shuffle, and leans his hand out to you, Corin, and says, Did you get a chance to hear the rules from where you were over afar? Yes, I knew you were there.
Could Titanite hold up his hand and be like, now wait one moment, if you would, literally just one moment, and he's gonna cast Mending on his construct.
Okay. He, takes the
1
deck
minute
back for a
casting
moment.
Time.
Also, we have a moment before anyone draws another card if you'd like to tend to any of your allies.
Ahsoka just on the floor.
Yeah, he's
Play-
got that spell still active for the next minute if he just wants to keep healing up Ahsoka till she.
That's 10 rounds,
that.
so
Yeah.
is that a free
Got
2d6
9
every
more.
10 rounds?
It's 18d6.
That's a pretty good spell.
Go ahead, Luis.
Yeah, I think Ahsoka's not the only one damaged, right? There's also Tepic.
Uh-huh.
Damaged.
Okay. Well,
Hey, y'all
Um,
both get 4 each. 5 each. Yes.
okay, 5d6 to each of you for now, and then the leftover d6, because it's 2d6 per round. You've only done one round of 10 rounds, so you have 18 left. So let's just see if
Probably give those
5d6
3
does
to
it.
Ahsoka because she needs it the most.
Yeah.
Do you want us to roll the d6s or?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should probably just roll their own, and it'll quicker. Just tell us what the total is.
Here, I have a mass dice roller.
Yeah, you do.
Let's see, 5d6. I'm gonna roll it for Tepic first.
I just rolled 21 and 4 rolls, but that'll work.
21 and 4 rolls, you said?
That's what I got. I got 5, 4, and then 2 6s.
Well, that was as much damage as you took anyway, so...
Yeah, so there's an extra roll I don't need. So.
Okay, then, yeah, because it's 2d6 at a time, then Ahsoka, you can have the rest of the 14d6 to heal Ahsoka.
No, I mean, Randy still got it. Corin's got to heal himself. He took
Oh,
some
that's
damage.
I can heal
true.
myself. Nah, she can use that rest of that. I got my lay on hands.
Okay,
Well,
so can you get yourself back to
14d6 healed exactly back to full health for Ahsoka. Ahsoka, you are at full health again.
Pick
You
me back
wanna
up.
stand up?
Okay.
Well, so I didn't knock myself down. Someone else did that. So I was like,
I laid you down because you were downed.
then you can pick me up when I am up. Thank you.
Okay, I just needed to hear from you.
I said okay.
Anywho, lay on hands, you said, Randy?
Yes.
And that'll heal you probably back up for the full 30-something. However
I'll
much
be
it was.
missing
31?
1 health. Yes, I'll be
Gotcha.
missing 1 because I'm level 6.
You're a level 5 paladin, though.
Level 5, correct. I'll
So
be
you will
missing
be
6
missing 6 health. Understood.
health. I gain
Okay.
25.
Now, if you're ready, the game awaits. You must declare the number of cards you want to draw. Your goal is to draw cards under 24, 25, 21, what was it? 25, we said.
24.
You want to draw 24 or less. So you must declare the number of cards you're going to draw before you draw them, though.
I shall draw 2 cards. 2 cards.
2 cards. All right. Not a very big risk taker, but I can respect it. The Queen of Hearts and the 10 of Diamonds. So, the Queen of Hearts, as you draw it, pretty sure I know what this one is. Oh. Give me just a moment. We're going to go to the 10 of Diamonds. I didn't know what this one is. It's something else. 10 of Diamonds. Nothing happens as far as you know. But the Queen of Hearts shifts and glows in your hands. And it begins to grow and then shrink and grow and shrink for just a moment, and it changes form, and it becomes give me just a moment.
The suspense is killing.
I'm so sorry. Give me just a moment. It's one of these things where I have to decide something real quick, so I'm trying to decide without...
Please, suspense is killing me. Am I going
That
to
was
die?
the dragon.
No, the dragon is what was killing you, actually. Sorry. What the fuck is this thing? Looking up something real quick. Very sorry. It continues to shift and shake, and it grows.
Hey, look, it's
And
growing.
it takes the form of a weapon. Randy, just real quick, because I'm the DM and I get to decide this here and now. What weapon do you typically use? Is it a greatsword? Is it...
I use a longsword.
Okay.
I was thinking about greatsword soon.
Well, greatsword is a very big change from longsword because it is going to change... Did you change the size of the card? I'm going to remove your
Yeah.
permissions again.
No, I did
It was
that.
a, it was
Okay.
a collaborative effort.
They don't stack
Uh-huh.
if you change the size of the card, so I have to make sure it's exactly the
I
same.
just want to say that this is the second time Dragon has done something and blamed me for it.
Because
I
Dragon
didn't blame you
Dragon
for it.
has
Literally just
impunity.
plainly said that I did it.
No, I mean the second time Omen had blamed me for it.
Dragon has impunity, okay? She's too innocent to do anything wrong, and you are on my shit list. 10 of Diamonds is redacted. The Queen of Hearts shifts and changes and grows in light and becomes a magical glowing moonlight longsword.
Longsword.
And you can feel energy rushing from this weapon. But for now, it lies dormant within a sheath.
Interesting.
Well, it seems you've been granted another boon. Very curious about all of these cards that seem to do nothing, but...
Oh boy.
Would anyone else like to try a hand at releasing your friend? Or if we even care
Question.
about that anymore.
Question.
Yes.
Not to you, to the DM.
Yes.
Am I allowed to try and launch a surprise attack?
You can do whatever you want.
Ooh. Whatever I want. Where is the thing that I want? It's in here. Here you is. Can I just go through with my plan now, or do I have to wait for someone else to do something?
It's up to you. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait until something else happens?
I'm gonna be brash and I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike on this guy.
On Gorborbley?
Yes, on this guy. Surprise attack. Hiya.
I see. He turns and he looks and sees you casting your spell. And he winks from behind his shades there and counters your spell. Says, "Oh, we best not get into any of that just yet."
That's it.
It all counts.
God damn it. I used my last spell slot on you, old man.
Oh, good to know. Then we won't be having any more of it. Now, who's up next? We still have 32 more
I'll go.
cards.
I'll go. Okay, I'll draw 3 more, old man.
3 more cards.
Dragon as chaotic as ever. I love it.
All right. All clubs. Let's hope clubs is a good suit. Diamonds has been a really good suit so far. Hearts has been pretty good to you guys. Spades has honestly been the worst for you. Let's see.
Say.
Clubs. The 6, 9, and King of Clubs. 6, 9, nice.
Nice.
You already know.
The 6, it changes shape and flutters, and a translucent butterfly flies directly into your chest. You feel more hopeful than you ever have in your entire life, and for just a moment, that hope flares up and dies down. You have the tattoo of a white butterfly on your right hand, assuming that that hand is still fleshy. Otherwise, it can be wherever you want. It doesn't matter.
Can't they just like go on a robot hand too?
Yeah,
Or does
that's
it have to
fine.
be on a fleshy bit?
Yeah, I
Then I'll
mean,
just say it's on my little robot hand.
okay. The 9 of
Robot.
clubs.
I'm also kind of wearing gloves. How would that affect it?
The what? The gloves? It wouldn't be seen, but momentarily there is a glow that emanates even beneath your gloves that is apparent to everyone in the room.
Got
The
it.
9 is redacted.
Get out of here, CP.
And the king of clubs.
Mhm.
Damn it, Jesus Christ.
Spit it out, old man.
Also redacted.
50,000 gold. A sack of 50,000 gold appears at your feet.
Okay, so he makes a weird face that is kind of, downright frightening. With how much greed there is, I guess. I'm not sure how to describe it, but he's rich now. How much gold did you say?
50,000?
50,000.
The sheer girth of 50,000 gold. That's like,
It is 1,000 pounds, by the way.
that is a
'Cause
1,000
50
pound
gold is
sack of
1
gold.
pound. About the size of a chair.
Rich.
Hold on, let me just spawn this in for you, your sack of
Rich.
gold.
Rich.
Too bad the world's fucked. Did you just want to go back to the portal now and just go
Yeah,
home?
just go. You can go now.
We
I
can
mean-
leave the snake lady in the card, right?
I'm just wondering what Ahsoka is looking like right now, seeing 50,000 gold sitting over there. That, and honestly, Tepik too. This is a gang of marauders. I just realized half of you are here as treasurers.
And I'm chaotic evil, so I could leave the lady in the card.
Let me see. This. Whoop. Didn't mean to do that. Game loady. Brain hurty.
Give Goldie. Give.
Let's see.
I hear boops.
Which one looks more fitting? This
Yeah, I
one
hear
or
boops
this
too.
one? I think
I would
the
say
first
large.
one.
Sure.
Tasty gold.
Obviously, it's
Well-
much smaller than this, but yeah, 50,000 gold.
Just gonna stare it down.
Probably a little
This is-
bit bigger than this.
Bro, my bag of holding can only hold 500 pounds.
This is 2 bag of holdings worth of gold.
Oh my
I only
god.
got the one.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Gorbordley even says out loud, "Well, good luck getting that anywhere." Now, would anyone else like to pull a hand of cards? Also, I do believe I owe the 2 of you a question, if that is the way we're still playing.
Oh, right. He can go first.
Also, curious where this fight music is still coming from?
It's from the
Hydra.
Hydrabot.
I see.
I can stop it. It's where's the block?
Keep it on standby, you never know.
There's a playlist. I figured it was easier just to stop a playlist and put a
Mhm.
bunch of songs through.
For sure. So, Randy, you also get 1 question from this deity if you would like. That is what he has promised each one of you who wins the game. All you have to do is draw less than 25 and you win the game. And then also, Barrett, you get another question as well.
I told him to go first.
If you'd like to think about it, you can cash it in another round.
I would like to draw 3 cards.
All
Try
right,
my luck one more time.
draw 3 cards.
So do we have to
The
draw
Ace
the
of
whole deck
Hearts.
to finish the game?
No, the game is finished whenever you feel like it's finished, but right now one of your companions is trapped in an extra dimensional space that they can't get out of. And one of these cards will certainly, actually, a few of these cards can change that. So the first one drawn was the Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts.
Oh, thank God. All right, hold on. I read the wrong one.
Wow. I got excited for a second.
Allows you to erase one event that has happened. Can be used immediately or saved for future uses.
Oh,
Can be
oh, is
used
this the
to
one?
destroy the extra dimensional space caused by
Can I just
the...
use it to
No.
undo the world
No.
plague?
No.
No, it has to have
No.
That
happened
happened to
recently
me.
around you.
Ira, please. Ira, I'm on my knees.
I
for you.
wish for
What do the
world
other two
peace.
cards do first?
The other two cards, two of spades. What is your alignment currently?
Oh no. I am lawful good.
Oh God!
I
All
like
right.
where this is
Become
going.
chaotic evil.
You
Join
feel
the dark side.
erratic and uh, you feel erratic and irate.
I
That
wanna undo that. No, I'm just kidding.
uh, the three of spades. Sorry, no, that's the. Hold on. Okay, two of spades. Yeah. All right. Sorry. And the three of clubs. You gain the ability to cast Sending at will 10 times per day.
Oh.
Nice.
So write that down, I guess.
Now that I'm chaotic evil, would I release the snake lady?
Yes.
What do you think, man? I don't know.
I mean, sure, why not?
And let me ask you this as the DM. Are there any other cards that could free Cade?
Oh,
There's like
no.
one.
Oh,
But
no.
I will put this forward. We
Hold on.
have a hoard of gold. Isn't that enough?
Yeah, there's two other cards. Two other cards that will destroy it.
I'm gonna hold on to this then. Because I'm
Okay.
chaotic evil now.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
respect
point.
it,
That is a
And I
very
keep
good
it to
point.
myself what it is.
but I wanted to draw more cards.
You can draw more cards.
No, they can't.
When you get out of the space.
But you get like another thing that
Yes,
traps
chaotic evil time, Tara.
chaotic evil time as a clockwork sorcerer. Can that even happen if I'm a clockwork sorcerer?
Are you required to be
I'm
lawful to
guided
be a
by
clockwork sorcerer?
Let me look at it. Because it is the lawful thing.
That's so wild, dude. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know, man. You're definitely allowed to still be a clockwork sorcerer.
Because I'll just straight up switch to like wild magic, I guess. Let's see.
I don't know.
I'll look at clockwork sorcerer. Cosmic force of order has suffused you with magic. The power arises from Mechanist, the realm of
Mechanus is the realm of pure law.
It doesn't say that I can't be chaotic.
Is
Somebody
Yeah.
just leave the chat.
Is Hydrobot.
Oh.
Release evil creature into a vat of cheese in a cheese
I'm gonna
factory.
grab
Chaotic evil.
water really quick.
I believe I owe 3 questions. One to each of you. Unless we'd like to skip them and save them for later.
How do I, without using any of the cards, is there a way for me to undo the change that has happened to me?
I can think of a few ways. So yes.
Lead of the question was that you would elaborate, or you're going to pull a sneaky on me.
Oh, I'm
Barrett
sorry.
groans.
Your microphone
and
did cut out. Did you say elaborate?
Well, what I had meant was the leading question would imply you would elaborate.
Well, if the elaboration is implied, then
then
here's what I'll say. The things that have been done, for the most part, there's not much that a wish spell couldn't undo. It's reality bending magic. Of course, that would work. For your particular predicament, as I am seeing it now, and he focuses his spectacles a little bit and rubs them and says, ah, yes. For your particular predicament, I would say a limited wish spell would suffice as well. But there are a few other things, a purification ritual, or you could simply lean into the new nature.
Starting to see why I was never particularly religious. Gods like you walking around.
Well, I never found myself fond of religion either. Except when it got me lots of money and followers.
money.
This one gets
Okay. Who's next on the list?
it. Corin
Soka?
and Barrett, you both have a question. Also, there's no particular list of people who have to draw cards in whatever order. It's just literally the group gets to decide whether or not they want to draw cards individually.
I guess since we can ask about these sorts of things, is there a way to release the snake woman from her card without the use of another card?
Certainly. I will say, you could either...
Either.
Now, he's actually already answered that question because he said we could incapacitate him or find other magic out in the world.
No.
So don't waste a question on that.
No. He didn't answer it that way. First of all, he was asked earlier if there was a way to release you from the card, and he said, yes, there are a few ways in this deck. Now the question is, are there ways other
Without
than
the
this
card.
deck? And he's
No,
elaborating.
we've asked that before because I remember explicitly saying to incapacitate him, and that's what led to Dragon
No,
continuously trying
that
to
was
kill him.
Dragon asking how to kill him. And he said,
Okay.
I remember
Two different things.
saying incapacitate him. I don't remember
You
what
said
it was
it in
for,
some
though.
regard, but at this point, let's just continue.
But
on.
your
magic
extra dimensional
of the
space, he
deck
did
doesn't-
say that any 9th level wish spell would work. So, I mean, if you want to go do that. Also, he said that he says there's a more dangerous way. One that I think is particularly more fun. You could put an extra dimensional space inside of another extra dimensional space. Now, whether or not your friend will survive that, I'm unsure. But
Throw me in the bag of holding.
it certainly would be a rather explosive and fun solution.
Actually, let me try that. And I'm going to try and get his card that he's trapped in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it to Archimedes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Don't give me the Archimedes.
I'm going to take my bag and put it, let's say, 100 feet that way.
Mm-hmm.
Come back over here and tell Archimedes while holding the card to fly into the bag of holding.
Don't give me the Archimedes.
Okay.
Because I'm chaotic evil now, so.
Go
And
for it.
Archimedes I'm making a new Archimedes.
Can I say you're welcome again? Because I'm causing this again?
Oh, God.
You're welcome.
So let's see the fireworks, Kenyon. What happens when we tear space open? Like a
you
bag
said
of
100
Doritos on a
feet away?
Tuesday afternoon.
Okay.
Because I'm aware of the issues of that. I make extra dimensional spaces. I could make 2 bags of holding. I just choose not to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it is the equivalent of putting a portable hole into a bag of holding. You see the Archimedes take the card in his beak, fly into the hole, and a large, vibrant light flashes across the horizon. Picture like a
yes, the
miniature
nuke.
nuclear bomb. Yeah,
Oh.
exactly like that. Bright flashing light spreads across the entire grasslands, whereas certain areas in the distance you see dense fog. It brightens and shines through even the fog, and you can see the capital more clearly now than you've seen it in days. At the epicenter of this blast, moments after, you see a large rift torn into space-time, and pulsating light energy oozes out of the portal as a gate to the astral plane has opened in the center of the grasslands. Well, quite a fireworks show. If your
So,
friend did survive, then they are adrift currently in the astral plane.
Love that.
If anyone wants to go get her, I could put the game on pause.
Now, can I?
will there be stuff to fight in there?
It does depend, but
Stuff
typically
to
no. The astral
grab.
plane is a vast expanse. Your friend isn't going to be the only thing there, but
Can
it's
I see what's happening like now? Have I regained some
give me just a
senses?
moment to see.
Stuff to
Because
obtain,
if
perhaps?
so, I have a slightly BS way that I want to get out of the astral plane.
Bullshit away.
Yeah, essentially.
Do it. Maybe.
But I want to.
Mayhaps.
Well, I need to know how this is happening. Because if I'm just drifting, versus if I'm like locked in there somehow.
Give me just a moment.
All right, Kenyon, we are derailing things pretty hard, aren't we?
Oh no, this is fine. This is great. I mean, it's entertaining. I'm having a good time at least.
I might be able to actually do something today, so this is entertaining for me.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking up the gate spell in 5e. Um, anything that does so is transported the other pane. Space nearest the portal. Okay. One final Google search, real quick.
What type of magic is it from?
It's a very complicated. It is the effect of putting a portable hole specifically into a bag of holding, not vice versa, but
I meant
portable
more
hole
like
into bag of holding.
okay. I meant more so like divination, transmutation.
Yeah, this is kind of transcendent of that. It might be conjuration, like technically.
Eight is abjuration, I think.
No, gate is conjuration.
What is?
You're causing things to be summoned to places and causing places to link to each other. That's definitely conjuration.
Gates. I have it right here.
I'm reading the gate spell.
Conjure.
I don't need you to read the gate spell. I need to know specifically what happens in this specific instance, which is a thing that happens in D&D, but
They're like, yeah.
What?
Um, I know you're sucked into the astral plane. I just don't. Excuse me. I just don't know if you're given an immediate opportunity to get out or if you're fucked. Like, because I don't think you're just fucked. I want to know what the official ruling is, though. There we go.
Does anyone else see Randy's ping at 999?
Yes.
Uh,
It's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maximication ping, actually 1,000, but the technology isn't advanced enough to show it.
Hmm.
Kate, I want you to know that I definitely would have used that card if my alignment wasn't flipped.
I
Save
believe
you.
it.
Gotta think, because
Mhm.
now I don't even know what to do, because the character was definitely made lawful good. Now I'm kind of struggling as what I'm gonna do with him.
Oof.
Okay.
Suppose if we save the snake lady, you could always use the card to flip it back.
Yeah, but then the question is, would a chaotic evil person
Yeah,
want to go
I
back?
was about to say. That wouldn't be very
'Cause
chaotic.
now I'm getting into the concept of like, well, one of the reasons why he is the way he is the trauma of losing his entire homeworld. And if you're evil, would that still affect you the same way?
Hey, roll me a d10.
Roll you a d10 her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is a 7.
Okay. How is it that you were saying that you would attempt? Like, what were you going
So
to attempt in this moment?
what is happening to me currently? Am I just kind of floating in the astral plane and I can see the exit? Like what's my
Uh,
advantage?
I am going to say that when it is created, you are ejected into the astral plane, drifting away from the portal. But it is within view for a moment. And if you want to do something in that moment, I'm going to give you the opportunity. But that D10 was important.
So now can I kind of chain blink by summoning my Echo Knight, switching places, dismissing it, summoning it again forward, and kind of chaining that to get back to the entrance of the rift and out of there?
Here's what I'll give you. Yes. And to everyone else, this all happens within 10, 15 seconds. But I want you to really listen to me and I want you to hear me. It takes you 7 years.
Oh. I don't think I have
Well
enough
thought.
boar meat.
Huh?
I don't think I have enough boar meat for that.
You're in the astral plane. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's fair.
So,
Okay, well,
to
This
everyone
is an
else,
extra level of trauma. You also don't have to sleep.
to everyone else, this is 10, 15 seconds. Sarashi, you have spent 7 years constantly shifting between your astral form. Sorry, you're not astral form. Your echo form and yourself, blinking, reaching, and every time you do it, you know you've gotten infinitesimally closer. And after the first week, you think maybe you should just stop. But you know that you've gotten closer, and maybe even you give up for some time and you realize that you haven't actually gotten any further away. But you know that every time you do it, you only get infinitesimally closer. And you continue this for 7 years. Maybe you take breaks at times. Maybe you consider just not. But no matter what you do, you don't get any closer or further away from the door without conscious effort.
Oh,
So I'm going to
Jesus.
give you the opportunity here, actually. Do you think this character would have the wherewithal to do that? Do you want to... I mean, I'm not going to say it has to take 7 years of conscious effort going towards it. Maybe it takes like, a year or a month of you actually trying. But no matter what your character goes through, 7 years. All right.
Now,
You know what? I'm going to backpedal because that sounds like extremely wild. I think
extremely
7
wild, and that
months.
brings up a lot of points. For me.
7 months is enough time to be still traumatic, but not like absolutely, completely, unfathomably traumatic. Because there are people in real life who've spent even 7 years in the hole, but that's aside. I'm going to say 7 months. That's still a very long time.
It's a very long time, and honestly, like, she was very, like, kind of happy-go-lucky and very, like, bimbo-y and everything. But I want to say she, like, where was the rift? Like, over here?
That's a good point. Rift is 100 feet away, so it needs to be 20 squares away from you guys. Probably over here.
Probably over here? Okay. For all intents and purposes.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
So, I like to think, like, she was all happy-go-lucky and bimbo-y, but as she, like, kind of... The
Let me
last
ask you guys. Final time. Final time. Do you think 7 weeks is enough? Because I want it to be very impactful. 7 years was too much. 7 months, I don't know. Do we think 7 weeks is enough?
I mean, as far as for my
That's
character...
still over a month.
It's still a month of being adrift and basically being in solitary confinement.
I mean, however you want to... Well, it's my character, so I mean, like, I feel like even 7 months, like, it'll shape her no matter 7 weeks or 7 months. I feel like it'll still have the same kind of effect. I'll have some more follow-up questions for you later about exactly the time I spent in there.
I just
don't
feel
wanna
like
get
the
all into that.
psychology of a person can't last for 7 months of solitary confinement in
Oh
an
no,
a
this
void
is
of...
gonna fuck her up.
I
This
think
is
it's 7 weeks.
She
Final
is
answer.
permanently damaged.
7 weeks.
I think
Final
7
answer.
years, you would come back and you wouldn't have like a conscious mind. Like you would
I agree.
doubt reality.
I think you
Oh
would
no, if
just
it
be
was
a
7
worm.
years, she was gonna come out fucking mute. But
Yeah.
7 months, I think. would
She'd
be
come
super
out fucked
traumatic
up
for
worse
her.
than the Arcano Forged over there, for sure. He spent
okay,
a month in constant agony.
okay, so 7 weeks. Final answer before I make this life-changing decision for my character.
7 weeks. Final answer.
Okay. So you guys are like looking at this, you see the cloud of smoke go by, and I want to say before the smoke even dissipates, you see me like I crawl the fuck out of that rift. And like you see me like reach really hard and like just kind of stand up as much as a snake lady can. And she just kind
You
of
feel your
stares
scales
blankly at
touch
all of
ground
you.
for the first time in 7 weeks. The first time you feel anything solid in 7 weeks.
I think honestly at this point she's just I want to say she's like so numb to everything, she's just like staring blankly ahead, nothing's phasing her. Is there oxygen or anything in the ethereal plane?
You don't need it.
But is there?
There's
Has
not.
she even been breathing? Has she been living? Would you consider that living? Because that's going to shape a lot of
you
things.
are alive, but she might have to rediscover conscious breathing.
Honestly, I think right now, as everything's like coming back to her,
You think she like
and the
passes
whole...
out?
I don't think she passes out, but I do think she crawls out, and she's just kind of withering and wriggling on the ground, trying to control all of her senses. She hasn't had senses in 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So she's she's all over the place over here. So I mean, I'm not gonna say someone check
Extremely
on her,
overwhelming, I'm
but
sure. Well, you all
she
see
is.
that
That work?
100 feet away.
I want to say she's maybe screaming, but it's not even screams because she can't talk at this point. You hear sounds and like gurgles and breaths, but she is not making anything intelligible out of her mouth.
Do you think, Wilson style, to keep her sanity, she leaned into the fact that she could create an echo of herself and put more
And
personality into it?
I love you so much because that's exactly what ended up happening. Was she kind of thought of it as her twin sister. I don't know if I can, and again, this is things that I will talk to you later
Yeah.
about because I
Mhm.
feel like you and I are gonna have to get into some deep shit right now.
Yeah.
Would it be able to have maybe a sentience and kind of like try and be checking on me and like try and pick me up or something? And again,
Here's
you
what
and I
I'll
can
give
hash out
you. I
details
will
later.
say that it can have as much sentience as Tyler Durden has sentience.
I don't know what
Is that
that
a
means.
dated reference? Fight Club?
Who?
I have no idea what that means.
Oh my god, you've never seen Fight Club?
No. And if
It's
I did,
kind
I
of an
wouldn't
old
talk
movie,
about
I
it.
Oh,
guess, but like it's not like an old movie. Anyways, I understand
I
where you're
see
going
how
with
I
that.
don't
that
get
I
it.
interpret that.
Um,
It acts like a person, and delusionally you believe it's a person, but it is your projection psychologically.
yeah.
Power itself
Whether or
is
not it
not.
actually is not as important to your character as the fact that they maintain the facade that it is.
I want to
And they
think
fully believe it
actually
is.
my psyche, I want to say, is like broken up between the two, between my real body and my echo.
Yeah.
Is that?
You
Yeah.
like hear
Okay.
your
I'm
echo
not going to
talk and nobody
say,
else can.
here's this. You're not going to lose hit points when your echo is dispersed, but if you want your character to feel as though they have taken a blade every time it does, then that's kind of where I'm sitting at with this.
That's where I'm
Like,
sitting at too. And I feel like any further, I have to think about what's going to happen with the
yeah,
character, and you and I have to hash out a lot.
for sure.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like where this is going.
I think this
Hello,
is
trauma
the
train.
most this is one of the most interesting ways that I think this could have gone.
Samamba is ready for trauma.
Insane. So yeah, my echo is trying to like console me and like kind of like pick me up, but it is. Oh boy, is this a sight?
Can I say you're welcome again for causing this?
Yes, you can.
You
You're
hear
welcome.
common for the first time. No, I'm just you're welcome. No,
I can't understand the words they're saying. It makes no sense
At
to
night
me.
would turn to her and be like, "So you still want to draw a card?"
do you even think you remember what's going on?
No.
Hell no.
Again, nothing is happening right now that she
Sorry.
understands. She probably can't understand you guys. She probably can't communicate right away. Everything is just fucking all over the place with her.
Well,
Well, I for one suggest we stop there. We have the snake lady back, more or less, and I'm rich.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did say that the initial winner has final say. So I'm afraid I'm going to need to go and have a small conversation, please. Allow me just one moment. And he walks very slowly, just kind of whistling and trotting and doing a little dance as he goes. And he walks over. Where is Gorborbley? McFrumple Crumple. He walks over and he has, a piece of boar meat, perfectly crisp. It's the last thing you ever ate. And he comes over and he says, I know unfathomable trauma when I see it. So I know that most of the things that I have to say to you aren't going to mean a goddamned thing. But what I will say is that I promised you that I would take it all back at a moment's notice. all you have to do is tell me, and I will set things right. It'll be as if you never lived through that hell that you just experienced. And he
At
looks.
this
No. He looks,
oh,
and he sees the personality that your echo is sort of portraying, and he says, "But I promise you, you'll lose everything from that time."
at this moment, I think like my physical body is still kind of like withering, trying to gain sense, but the echo just looks him right in the eyes and says, "Shug, you took everything from me. You took years or weeks of my life. I knew no one. Nothing was happening. All I had was myself and my sister right here, and I refuse to have you take my sister from me."
Very well. He shuffles the deck and walks back, shuffling the deck. Picks up any of the cards that are not being currently held onto by players and says, "This has been a wonderful game. I've had a fascinating day. One of the best days I've had in a long time. I hope that
Now,
each
I
and every
do
one of
believe
you..."
that we are owed a question, because you sucked my sister up before she got a chance to ask you.
Well, it would be the least I could do. Now, what can I grant you knowledge
When,
of?
when we spent all those sleepless days, nights, weeks in there, we could only think of one thing, and that was saving our family. Do you know what attacked our city and how we can stop them?
I
It's
do.
the only thing we've been thinking of for those long, tireless weeks.
What attacked your city was an army led by the Herald of the Nameless Namer. The Herald of the Nameless Namer is known by many titles, depending on who you ask. Some simply call him, or them, or they. They came in the night. But long story short, and he turns and he faces back around to all of you. He says, "What is awakened in this world is vying to tear everything down. And whether or not you can stop it, or anything can stop it, well, I have no hope for that. I am simply going to live out the rest of my days traveling and trying to bear a smile for as long as I can manage. But if you want to try, all I know is that before you can stop the Nameless Namer, you must stop his herald. I wouldn't go to the capital if I were you, but if you must, be very, very cautious." That last bit of advice is free.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Bye.
As for your family, whether or not they can be saved, I do not know. But that is who attacked them.
Hmm. Do you know how long they have? Can I ask that of you as a simple token?
He pushes up his glasses and says, "Well, that depends. Does your dragonborn friend want to offer up a question?" Corin, you still have a question. You're the only person, I believe, with a remaining question, if I'm correct.
I have thought of my question actually. The card I got, this magical longsword. What is it? What is it? What does it do? And how do I use it? Yes.
Is that your question? And he looks
It
around
is
at the
indeed.
group. Is that your final question for me?
Um, I want to say as he's like getting ready for that, I just yell 1 and pull a card off the deck.
Okay.
I need to know how my family is going to do. Oh,
That is the Jack of Clubs. The Jack of Clubs.
redacted.
Roll a d6.
Oh god. 1.
A 1.
Ooh.
Everybody's
Not
strength
sure.
score increases by 2.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Hey, that's my line.
What was the
I like how
question
we-
one more time as the DM?
I like how y'all guys.
My question was because I had asked him how long does my city, my people have to live, and he was going to make me use Corin's question or Tepic's question. So I went and drew a card myself to ask the question.
In total, my dear, your city has been torn asunder. That is not to say there are no survivors, but your
Her whole face
civilization,
drops.
your civilization has been torn down just as well as many, many others before it.
She's on the ground at this point.
You
She's
are
just
princess to rubble. But as for your family, depending how you interpret the question, there may be a few surviving members. He focuses for a moment, and he says, Curious. I actually don't think I can answer for certain whether or not they're all alive or dead. There's not much that I can't be certain about, but I will say that this fog obscures more than just vision in this world.
she's just completely inconsolable at this point, and she's just on the ground cuddling her sister. She doesn't say anything else. So
Is any of us really the consoling type at this point, considering?
well,
No.
I can't.
Ahsoka never was. Tepic never was. We have a conquest paladin. The only person on this crew that was lawful anything, lawful good, is
Is no
literally
longer.
inverted to chaotic evil. This is a whole fucking evil group except for fucking.
I am chaotic neutral. I
I'll
do
say,
I was
yeah.
awful neutral, but that was 7 weeks ago.
So, Jesus. We're gonna have to
So,
think about the
anyway.
trajectory of this group. Like, was it a good idea for this government to send you all to save the world? This is basically fucking Suicide Squad now.
Yes, I
Our plan
guess.
now is
Oh my.
to join the evil guy and take over our old world.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Like,
god.
the only way we can have some sort of good is if, like, one of us steals this card from this guy and makes him good again.
You are holding on to that.
Nobody knows what it does. And tell them.
Yeah, that's a
Unless it's
good point.
immediately evident.
Yeah, I was about to say, if
me
that's
see.
not something you divulge, I would keep that very to your character, like not metagame.
Let's see. Looking up the card. It says can be used immediately or saved for future use. You must be holding the card to use its power. Yeah, so you can hold it for as long as you want. It'll undo any
And use
one
your
recent
bullshit
action.
tincture.
Okay. I guess as soon as that's there, he's going to use one of his infusions to remake a bag of holding, put it in the bag of holding, and offer to put 500 gold or 500 pounds of gold in it.
Tasty riches.
I mean, or you can try and carry it all on your own, but I think this might be a little easier. And we just have to split up 500 pounds between the rest of us.
Or, you know, fit
Well.
as much as possible in each of our bags.
This has
along
been
with whatever
fun,
else we
but
have.
I've grown accustomed to less company than I used to wish for. I sincerely hope that we never see each other again, but I do appreciate this time that we've spent together. And I truly hope that you did enjoy the gifts that, well, I won't take credit for it, but that I was able to watch you earn through your own vestments. Farewell. And he steps into the purple fire. It explodes into a bright, ghastly flame and disappears. The roast boar is still here.
The cow's still here.
Yeah, he left his cow.
Cool, we're keeping the cow.
Hell
You
yeah,
see
free
in
cow.
the pack, like it was supposed to be like a pack burro or whatever. It's mostly just rations, like rope, sleeping bag, various like camping supplies type stuff. Probably lamps with
I just want to
oil.
think that the god just did like this cool epic like exit. As soon as he gets to wherever he's going, it's
My
like, fuck, I
fucking
left the
cow.
cow.
Yeah,
God damn it. Again?
I'm always
Yeah,
losing
I felt
these
bad. That would be
cows.
awkward. Magically makes another one.
Literally, probably what he's going to do.
Or that cow is used to belong to the last person that played a game with him.
I imagine as soon as he leaves, like, it's probably pretty quiet. Unless anybody
So,
wants to make any fucking conversation. I don't know. That's kind of a lot that just happened.
I posted a picture in the text group on Discord of two snakes coiled around each other, and that's essentially what
Oh, that's kind of cute
Surashi
in a
and
really
Ursulin
fucked up,
are
sad
doing.
way.
Oh yeah, no, we are sufficiently fucked up. Like, oh boy. Oof. Thanks, Dragon.
you're welcome.
You know, my character's not dead this time physically, so I mean,
Also, don't forget that everybody gets +2
Um,
strength.
Question: how much gold can you fit in your personal pouches?
um, it really depends more about how much gold can you physically carry, like with your strongness.
How about with 10?
Let me find the
Bring up
carrying
there,
capacity of a cow, because you have a free cow now.
Oh yeah, plus the bag.
Hey!
And then we just slap the rest of it on the cow.
wait,
Cow.
wasn't that cow black like a minute ago?
It's magic. Don't
It's a
question
magical
it.
color changing cow, and that is canon now. The cow just changes colors.
yeah, you can carry 5 times your strength score, not your modifier, your score. So I have
Oh,
a 10, so I can do 50 pounds before I'm considered encumbered. But that also includes all of my equipment and my armor.
You said 5 times their strength score?
Yes. Strength score, not modifier.
Okay.
Can carry up to 10 times, but like you're encumbered through that. And then you like literally physically cannot carry more than 10 times. If you have a strength score of 10, if we drop more than 100 pounds on you, you can't move.
My strength score is 17. So if
Oh,
y'all
I'm
need
sorry, you
me to.
become heavily encumbered and your
I
speed
mean, we can
drops by
fit at
20
least
feet.
half of the gold in this guy's bag. Right?
Half of the gold goes into the bag of holding.
Which leaves 25k just here to figure out what to do with.
hold on. I'm trying to figure out because there's a trait called Beast of Burden that allows carrying capacity.
The sound of flipping pages.
Yeah, he's looking at the player's handbook. IRL.
Is everybody changing the color on the cow? Is that why it's blinking?
You'll never guess who.
Your carrying capacity
Sounds
is
like
your
people
strength
would-
score multiplied by 15. But
They
larger
must be
creatures can
this
bear more weight,
untraumatized
whereas
to
tiny
have
creatures can carry
cow
less.
changing privileges.
Oh
Ah,
no.
yes. For each size
Oh.
category above medium, double the creature's carrying capacity and the amount it can push, drag, or lift.
Now is
So,
this a thick cow?
is it a what?
Cows are large
A thick
creatures.
cow?
This is a large creature with a beast of burden trait on it. Provided you guys keep this thing alive, it can carry. Okay, hold on.
25,000 gold.
times.
If only.
It's only 500 pounds, and I mean, if like 2 people could ride a cow,
It can carry 960 pounds just on its back. If it were to like cart something, it can carry a lot more.
so we load
There.
this bitch up with 500 pounds.
Cow and 25k gold. The gold is now on the cow.
Yeah, with a cart, it can hold on.
I think we have enough money to get a cart.
But we gotta get the money to the cart salesman. And that's if there's a cart salesman.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta find a cart salesman in the apocalypse. Oh,
Yeah,
hi!
fair enough.
Come on down to
Literally
Todd's
build
Cart
this
Sales.
I just built a wheelchair. By the way, what's the robot doing? Is it still crazy?
Oh yeah, we haven't resolved this. Where was he in the initiative order?
I was pretty sure he was knocked out. He tired himself out.
Aww,
He's still crazy.
He
though.
tuckered himself out.
he's taking a little nap.
You want to wake him up to find out?
Yeah, because robots can't sleep.
Fuck, you're right. Yeah,
This
that's
one
kind of a
can.
huge plot hole. Okay, hold on. He is gagged currently,
Oh.
and bound. You know, because he was trying to
Oh.
bite shit too.
Take the gag out of his mouth.
It was you. You are the reason why. And he struggles trying to bite at you.
Just kind of stand up and look around. It's like, do any of you have a problem with me? Putting him out of his misery.
Barrett just kind of makes waves his hand. She's
Ahsoka
just
just
kind of made
looks
his way
away.
closer to the rats. Like, not the rats, the snake people. Like, what is going on over here?
Well, we're just kind of holding each other, and honestly, I want to say that maybe now, how much time has passed since I came out? Time is irrelevant, actually, to these two fuckers. So I mean, oh boy, I don't
Yeah.
even know what.
Yeah, it's
with
kind of
them.
hard to imagine, even, isn't it?
I want to say maybe the initial shock of living again after 7 weeks is
Mhm.
mostly subsided, but it kind of just, we're consoling each other after finding out that our home is essentially destroyed and that there's no clear answer to whether or not our family and friends are living.
It's one of those things where I want to say that, like, you know, for the first day or the first few days, you swear up and down, like you feel it in your bones that you get closer to the door with conscious effort of trying to go for, like, you know, a X amount of time. But you don't even really see it because it's so small of a change that, like, by 4 weeks in, you begin to question, like, was it always this close to me? Am I really twice the distance, traveled that I once was? Or am I
Yeah.
just misremembering and hanging on to hope that I am getting closer even though I'm not? Am I fooling myself? Like,
Oof. That's a
unfathomable.
lot of.
Little
Yeah.
cuts on her hand because she would hold up her hand and measure how large the thing was every couple days. So
Do you
she's
think
got
she'd
little
even be
cuts
that smart?
going down her.
That's
Yeah.
definitely something that Titanite would do, but what's her intelligence score? I'm just curious.
It ain't great. It's 10. So I mean, yeah.
I just want to say you have the same intelligence as Archimedes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not saying much.
Also, rip Archimedes, man.
Yeah, I can make another one. It takes a day though.
Well,
Can I
you're gonna have to
actually
name it something else.
It's
Can we
gonna be
can we
Archimedes
retcon that the
Junior.
crow
Yeah.
on my arm is Archimedes that I just fucking took for myself
The
as a
crow on
pet
your
Could
arm? Question
Archimedes
mark.
have survived that?
I was making a joke.
Could Archimedes have survived that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
Archimedes could have survived it just as much as she could have.
Could he have been with her? Nah.
Yeah,
nah,
we're
it would be like
rounding it
surviving.
out to end here, Randy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be where the campaign ends for the night. I imagine, daybreak is kind of coming to the horizon, and there's still a fire pit here, I want to say.
Yeah. Wasn't it daytime in the middle of the dragon fight?
Yeah, but
So wouldn't the sun be going down?
Because we found him in the day.
that's what
Yeah,
I meant, is
nightfall
that
is coming,
sundown,
yeah.
nightfall is coming, not like daybreak. That's my bad.
Day is breaking apart, man.
Isn't daybreak the name of like the final Twilight out book?
Daybreak is when the sun
You're
rises.
thinking of Breaking Dawn.
Yeah, all right, I'm sorry. Daybreak is the third of the 4 books.
Are you talking about Twilight?
Shut
Sure,
up.
Breaking Dawn is a name of a movie shot in New Vegas, if you know what I mean.
Anywho, no, there's no beholder. But there
The real beholder was the friends we made along the way.
there's a group of severely traumatized adventurers, 1, maybe 2 days into their adventure.
This
No,
goes
this is
really
still the
well.
first day.
It's going well.
I like to
What
think
a
that
fucking time.
Yeah, I like to think that we probably made a campfire and everyone's kind of. I won't speak for everyone's characters, but I think we're all just kind of silently like sitting here like mustering and everything that's happened, and like
I'm
going.
just making a new Archimedes.
Mildly disappointed that I didn't kill a god, but yeah, I'm rich now.
And nothing else matters.
Honestly, I feel like Baird is the only guy here that's like totally
Pretty fucking happy
perfect.
with what happened, yeah.
Maybe Corin.
I mean, I doubt Titanite has a whole huge resolve, but I mean,
Ahsoka got downed and they're
Anybody wanna give
alive,
me a
but they're
haircut?
probably less happy.
I need a haircut.
I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see the developments of everybody here. Tepic just definitely needs a haircut, and then he'll be fine.
Are you gonna keep it blonde though?
I res Ahsoka just because I felt like it.
Oh,
If I didn't
yeah.
feel like it, probably would happen.
Yeah, see, I was gonna buy one of those little models, like, because I made one the other day.
Not res.
But now I'm gonna
You-
have to make his hair blonde.
You
Honestly,
could change it to whatever you want. I mean,
I'm gonna have to make a lot more traumatized version of mine now.
anywho, I am going to end it for there. This has been a pretty fucking wild ride the last 2 campaigns, but I think
You're
we all got a
welcome.
lot. At least this is going to be, I think, a 2-weeker, isn't it? Or is it another week?
I will not be back next week, so
We'll figure out schedule.
Kate, at least.
We'll figure
Yeah.
out schedule. I'll post it. We'll figure it out. But this has
Actually,
been
tomorrow.
D&D, man. Hell yeah.
That
Thanks,
ended better
I'm
than
gonna
everyone.
I
end
thought it was
stream
going
here.
to.
Yeah, thanks everyone, viewer and player alike that can come mail.
Yeah, it
And
probably
oh
could have
boy.
gone worse, but like some of you probably wish that it would have gone worse.
Kenyon,
Okay,
you don't have to check it on stream, but check the message I sent you.
will do.